Jesus is the Good Shepherd and He's calling us today. The question is, to whom are you listening? Hey guys, Pastor Clef here. Today I just had a short walk here at Silver Beach, St. Joe, and it's pretty sunny and windy today. Perfect for a short walk and for exercise. A story was told about a student pilot who flies his first aircraft on a cloudy day. He was not really experienced on instrument landing. That's why when the control tower wants to bring him in, he began to get panic. However, a stern voice came over the radio and told him, "Just obey the instructions. We'll take care of the obstructions." And because of that voice, he was able to land the aircraft safe. A single voice makes a difference. A single voice gives us courage. A single voice gives us hope, gives us direction. However, in this time of crisis, the question is, to whom are you listening? One of the most popular passages in the scriptures is found in the book of Psalm 23. It might be easier for us to apply the passage to our own context today. However, it is important for us to understand that Psalm 23 is embedded in the life and experience of David. As you notice, David experienced the extreme ups and extreme downs on his life. Remember, he was a great king. He was a ruler all over Israel. He was so wise in some ways, and he even defeated Goliath when he was young. However, he also experienced extreme down when he was under the bondage of temptation, sin, and selfishness. However, the story of David all sums up that he was a man after God's own heart. Why? Because he followed God's direction. He followed God's leading. He followed that still small voice of God on his heart. As you notice in the Bible, most especially in the Old Testament, God has always been described as a great God, a great king, a ruler, the one who is in authority, the creator. And every time they describe the characteristics of God, they are always in awe and wonder. However, in Psalm 23, David pulls down the identity of God in a personal way, in a personal level, like a shepherd. As you notice, David was a shepherd. So he knows what's the characteristics of a shepherd. And he even started the phrase, "The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want." It shows that in times of trouble, I have nothing to worry. That in times of trouble, I am safe. That in times of trouble, I don't need anything because I have everything. Because God is my shepherd. Psalm 23 is not necessarily a prophetic or messianic passage. However, in John 10, Jesus clearly describes himself as a good shepherd. And it's very interesting because in John 10 verse 3, it says that the gatekeeper opens the gate for him and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. So it shows that Jesus is a good shepherd who calls his sheep by their name, by their personal name, in a personal level. And he leads them back to safety. He calls them in a personal level. Today, there are a lot of voices. We can hear them on our news. We can hear them on our social media accounts. We can hear them on politics. We can hear them on our culture. We can even hear them from the people around us or from our neighbor. Because of these voices, it confuses us. And this confusion gives us anxiety, worry, and uncertainties. However, in these uncertainties, Jesus is reminding us that He is a good shepherd. He is a good shepherd, and He is calling us back to safety. That He leads the way, that He leads us into the right path. And in Him, through Him, and because of Him, there is assurance. The assurance is in John 10, verse 10. And He said that I have come that they may have life and have it more abundantly. Jesus promised us life and abundance. He promised safety. He promised His leading. And the only thing that we need to do is to listen and respond. Now the question for you today, to whom are you listening? As we face this crisis together, I invite you to listen to the voice of the Good Shepherd.